So basically what I'm hearing you say is that the majority of your business comes to you from three different pillars. Pillar number one, no order of importance, is obviously, your network, your past clients that has influenced your database. Okay. Pillar number two is farming, and pillar number three is your social media marketing. Is that correct?
Yep. And then the fourth one is I've been working my expireds really hard. So my table has 4 legs now, and the expireds are really, really working for me too. It's a lot of work, but.
You know why I'm clapping? Because that's like my favorite thing to do is for sale by owners and expireds. I'm working with a woman right now, and she's on track to take 100 listings this year from for sale by owners and expireds. And everybody's saying there's no expireds and there's no for sale by owners. Nah, you're just not looking and you're just not doing. There are for sale by owners and there are expireds. Molly, you're gonna love working expireds. It's going to be awesome. All right, so 4 pillars. And the reason I wanted to bring that up is because there's something that a lot of people don't really understand in this business. I get that you want a niche and you'll have your niche, which is important for people to really know their niche and know their audience and serve that audience as their primary way of generating business. But one of the things that you got to really think about is diversification. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, like there's people always complaining about, market is shifting this way or market shifting. The market is always going to do what the market is going to do. But if you diversify your business, and let's say you have 4, 5, 6 different, pillars of lead generation, if one of them becomes out of order because of a market shift, then you're still not really affected because you got, the other 5, and they fluctuate differently. Like during the COVID, that pandemic thing, those that really had a good relationship with their database, although their database may not have been giving them a lot of business way back then, all of a sudden, that's where the majority of their business came from. Hey, market shifted, there's no more expireds, it went down. It's okay, database made up for it. And now maybe the people in your database might not need you as much as they do, but there's going to be way more expireds. And having those pillars is what will market proof your business.
I feel like that's actually what helped me survive COVID. I mean, the very first couple of months was that I really had honed my sphere already. So then when people were panicking, and I'd established myself as a real estate expert and as their advisor. And so when everyone started panicking, then they reached out to me, and I, was just soaking in all the information, the places that if you're a responsible agent to your job, you are every day seeking new nuggets of information about your business and where it's going and why, and what are the trends. And there's so many sources online. It's silly to not make yourself the expert. And when you feel rooted to the spot, maybe take some time to just educate yourself a little bit more, and that'll drive you to action. But anyway, those people reached out to me because I was there. I was trying to learn and be the expert and calm them or encourage them or whatever I could do in that situation. And that really did, I feel like last year was my best year of business ever. This year is just blowing last year out of the water. And I think it's because of that commitment to the people that already knew me. I've never bought a lead. I've never paid for a lead ever. I've never done that. I mean, unless you count, I've done a couple of reloads and they take so much of your commission, you just got to count it as payment. But I never have. I just have always worked to help my sphere see me. And that's driven my business through the hard times.
Got it. So Molly, now we get to the final question. And the final question is there a question that I should have asked you today that I did not ask you that I need to ask you?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I do have one. So you didn't ask me how I grow my sphere.
Yeah, how do you grow it? That's the last one. I was saving that till the end. So go ahead. How did you grow your sphere?
I love to be involved in things. So I work really hard to keep myself either volunteering and I know it's hard. We have busy jobs, guys. I get it. But I volunteer. I am a member of a gym. There's a dog group in my neighborhood and I'm part of it. I try to make time for a book club and all of this. And I have learned to align the things that I love and the time that I need as personal time with things that can also put me in contact with people, not to sell to them. It's never my job to sell to them. It's my job just to be there. and be part of them and let them know who I am. And then they'll reach out to me when they see the value. But growing my sphere is being involved in things in my community on a regular basis. And if there aren't things that my community's doing now that I'm established, then I'm doing them. You know, if we need an end of the school year snow cone truck, I'll do that. No problem. I'll make that happen. I'll make that event happen. If there's a, like, for example, my most successful event every year is at the holiday season. I do a hayride through my downtown Houston neighborhood, load everyone up in the trucks, and off we go with hot cocoa and chocolate Santas, and we're going to look at Christmas lights. And so I've learned to build my sphere doing events and involving myself. And then if I see a need for something, be the person who does that thing, fill the need, because then one, you're growing your sphere, and two, people are like, oh, you're that realtor, you do the hayride every year. We've been to that since my daughter was 2, you know, and they don't remember my name necessarily, but they know exactly who I am when we start talking. And that's a win for me all day. I'm making my community a more fun place to be, a more involved place to be. I'm meeting people. And let me tell you one other thing. I'm really actually an introvert. I really am. I have to
right.
I gotta gut it up to do these things, but you can do it.
You know, if an introvert can do it, imagine what you can do. And I love what Molly said about, like, hey, you know, if it ain't happening in my community, and it should be happening in my community, then I'm going to take the lead and make it happen in my community, which really says, which says a lot about how much you really care and love your community. And that in itself is what is going to get people to refer you more business.